fellas, that is not the answer. Like, that's not the answer to the twerk. And there is no, like, that's not right. What's up, baby? We back, episode 3, dude. Did we make it official?
I think
3rd time's the charm, right? Once you hit 3, then you're doing it.
Yeah.
Right? It's like if you try anything, you know, like if you smoke crack twice, but you never smoke it a 3rd time, you're not necessarily a crackhead. You just tried it. 3rd time, you're fully in. Yeah. Right? That's how it goes.
That's what happened to me.
That's what happened to me. And we're off. And we are off, baby. Rated G. I'm here with my boy Brian Licata, producer extraordinaire. I'm your host, Gary G. Garcia. We got some people in the house tonight. Got my son Sam in the house, and the baby Blue, and brother through my son Brian in the house. Glad you guys are here. I'm always happy. That makes me happy. I feel like I got a little more spunk than normal. You know, got my son out here with me. We just got his car registered. If you think fucking with Spirit sucks, try fucking with the DMV. But we finally got that shit done. He got his plates. He's a happy camper. Makes me a happy camper.
Was it the New Jersey DMV?
Yeah. It's all, any DMV, like what DMV is good?
None of them. Absolutely none
Those
of them.
people don't give a fuck. You know, they love sending you home. Even though big up to this DMV, man. He was missing a couple of things and she looked out. We won't say which one he went to this way. They find out someone's doing something nice at the DMV and then they go in and fucking fire that motherfucker. You know? But you're looking good. You got the haircut going on.
Thanks, man. Appreciate
Holy
it.
shit, dog.
Yeah.
I didn't think you could look any whiter, but you've accomplished it.
You think
man.
so? Yeah, I put the flannel on too.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a nice, listen, I'm just jealous because you got hair. So don't listen to me, man.
It is a bad haircut though. I wasn't super thrilled with the way the chick did my hair this time.
They kind of charged you a little bit.
Yeah.
It looks like he went to that place up the block, right, Sam? Where they was fucking up everybody's hairlines. Dudes were coming out walking with their head sideways just so their hairline looked straight.
Yeah, she went in like up here. She went like
it looks
deep,
a little deep over
deep
there.
in. I'm like, what?
It looks a little deep. It's like she tried to give you a part.
Yeah, I don't know.
Try to make you look like Bobby Brown, like a white low top fade.
I went to this girl once before already, and it was a pretty decent haircut. So I was like, all right, I'll go back. You know, I can get in because
is she hot?
Nah.
And you still went back.
It was a decent haircut, man. I don't care how she looks if she does a good job cutting her hair.
Decent's good enough for you, man. See, decent's good enough for you. It's a decent haircut. You didn't say it was a good haircut. You said it was a decent haircut.
All right. Do you want to hear my problems with the barbershops around here?
They're out here in Atlantic City.
Yeah.
I wouldn't trust them.
Yeah, no, they're terrible. I haven't really found one. There was this one guy I like in Summers Point, but it takes 3 or 4 weeks to get an appointment with him. It's like, what do you want me to do? You want me to plan a haircut a month in advance?
The next when you get that haircut, you got to say, all right, book me. Because in 4 weeks, your hair's going to be long again anyway, right?
Yeah, but it's not.
I don't know. Say how long does it take you when you go get your haircut?
I go every other week.
Every other week, so. I don't know, man. But anyway, man, things have been going on. We'll get off your topic of your head.
All right.
Things are going on. We did Helium. I would say that shit I had a great time. I thought that was a dope ass show. Big up to my people in Philly for coming out and supporting your boy, showing me that love. It's a little sketchy out there. You know, it's a little sketchy. You know what it is that it's so beautiful you let your guard down. I'd rather be in a shitty neighborhood that looks shitty. Not to say that Philly's a shitty neighborhood. I'm just saying, like, you don't expect the amount of crack heads to come at you because the place is so beautiful. So you bug out that every other corner, you know, at least that's where it seemed to me. But I do love Philly. I had a good time. You had a good time that night?
Yeah, I had a great time. I think everyone had good sets too, which was the important part.
Crushed, man. Big up to ACJokes. You know, I just want to say that the views and opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily are the views and opinions of ACJokes. Right? I should always say that. This way people don't go yelling at Matt and Mike and all them motherfuckers because of some dumb shit I said.
It's good to start with it in the beginning too, so they know what they're about to get into.
I mean, I don't know what we're about to get into, but you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Hopefully it's going to be interesting. Sam just checked out the first episode. He liked it. I watched the second episode, and I feel like if I really start to get listeners, they're gonna kill me. I'm convinced they're gonna, like, you know what I'm saying? Because the more listeners we get, the more deep I go. I'm not gonna say anything good. Like, I'm already never gonna work for Disney. You know,
or the makeup industry.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, unless of course I cave and start throwing some baby foreskins under the eyes. You know what I'm saying? Then they'll be like, then I could work for them, because then they'd be like, oh, he's converted. I'm like a converted baby pee fucking whatever the fuck underneath the eyes, man. I like my bags, man. I work hard on these bags. Sometimes I stay up 4 or 5 in the morning just to get these bags nice and puffy, But yeah, I mean, I listen to it and I'm like, damn, I'm just destroying my career before I even start. Before my feet get off the ground, I'm just tying cement to my sneakers and shit. Right? I went at the IRS. I hope they never listen to this shit. I'm hoping by the time anyone even catches wind of this shit, I'm on like episode whatever. Look at me hoping I do like 100 episodes.
We could. I could see it going.
When I did the first Rated G, we did 49 episodes, and we were talking about how big the 50th was going to be, and then we never did nothing. I just started doing comedy and kind of fell off.
I think the best thing we could do is really not think or talk about the podcast at all and just keep going with our heads down.
Yeah, I mean, listen, like I said, if you're the one doing the editing and just telling me to be here, then I'll be here. Right, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not good at doing it myself. Yeah. When someone else's time's involved, then I got to respect that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's hard doing all this stuff too. I mean, not that it's super difficult, but you're managing like a bunch of different shit at the same time, and then trying to run the show. You know what I mean? Like that what you're doing is a full-time job.
Yeah, it's very difficult to live your life and just try to pick up on the shit that's funny. It's difficult. It's not difficult, man, at all, man. Especially when you're in a good mood. It's difficult when you're in a bad mood. Yeah. 2 weeks ago, for the first time, I didn't want to go on stage. That was the first time ever that I didn't want to go on stage. I mean, I went, but I think it showed.
Yeah, watch that wire right there on your leg. Well, it's kind of making a noise. Yeah, just tossing around the side or something. Sorry.
Around the side, man. Weren't you supposed to do that, dog?
I was supposed to. Yeah. See, it's difficult. That's what I'm saying. You forget things like that sometimes.
Yeah, man. So that was good. What's going on new? I don't know. I'm settling in. Settling into the fact that I'm here and for another year. It's been pretty heavy on my fucking mind, man. So here you go. Let's get into it. Fuck it. Have you heard about Amazon Palm?
Amazon Palm? Yeah. Like PALM?
Yeah.
No, I have not.
Yeah, you might want to look that up, dog. Anybody who doubts shit's about to fucking lick off. Anyone who doubts shit's about to lick off, check out Amazon Palm, man. See, that's the thing, is like, if people been talking about shit for years and years and years and you start seeing it unfold, don't you think it's time you start paying attention? For people who don't know, Amazon Palm is this new shit coming out where you're going to be able just to swipe your hand and pay for shit, and they're kicking it the way I always knew they would kick it. Like, it's something really good for us. It's really good because now you carry 3 credit cards at least. You got your ID, it's social. You got all these cards you got to carry. Let's put all that shit in a little chip, throw it in your hand, and now you ain't got to worry about losing anything except your fucking hand. You know what I'm saying? Because, what's to stop a motherfucker? I mean, they're just going to be kidnapping motherfuckers. Now you can't get robbed. They're just going to, now, instead of leaving you on the block and going their own way, you got to go on a ride with this motherfucker. You got to find, an ATM and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's some fucked up shit. And it's not I don't know. I'm not buying it, dog. You're going to do it? You're going to do it? See, that's what this whole shit is, I think. That's what I think. I think it's starting now. Because it's all about priming the pump. You got to get people ready for what's going on. You got to get them used to it. So now it starts with this vaccine where it's not mandatory, but watch what happens when they tell you your kid can't go back to school unless he's got it. And your job tells you you can't come in unless you got it. So then it starts to become in some way mandatory.
Yeah, I mean, I remember when I went to college, I had to get all sorts of immunizations before, whether it was for like I don't know, chicken.
Knew you was a little dirty motherfucker back in the day. They were like, "Yo."
No, it was like
not everybody gets
chicken
shot
pox
for
and shit.
fucking chlamydia and shit when they go into college, dude. Not everybody. While in college, yeah, they gotta take those pills, but not going in. They made sure they cleaned your ass up before they put you in. What college did you go to?
I went to two. I went to Shepherd University, which is in West Virginia, and then I went to Rutgers for a little while too. Graduated from neither one of them.
Mira esto. Get fancy. I went to Rutgers. You got the sweatshirts to prove it?
Nah, man, I didn't do any of that
shit. Because apparently it didn't happen if you ain't got the sweatshirts to prove it, dog. But I'm just saying, so they're getting the prime pump. They're getting people ready to be told to take a certain thing that's good for them. And if it works, then what do you care if I got it or not? I'm the one that should worry about it. So why would it be mandatory? But I'm telling you, it's going to be. Mark my words.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to throw the picture up on the screen right now. It's like this Amazon thing. I mean, they're eventually, if this thing takes off, they'll probably be able to put it, everywhere, then just slowly move away from cash altogether. Well, like more so.
That's been being spoken about for years, man. Yeah. The cashless society, Bitcoin is mad dough. It's that's where it's going. And like I said, what is it? It's digital nothing. It's digital nothing. That goes back to what I was saying before. It all comes back to where we make the agreement. If you make the agreement that because you go on your computer screen and go into your file, it says you have this amount of money, then you're good with it. Then you're good. People ain't thinking about the fact that, computers and shit break down. They have surges and all kinds of shit. What happens when you get a surge and now your fucking balance is at zero?
Yeah. Well, yeah, your shit gets hacked. I mean, anything can really happen like that.
Like, what happens when your shit is all gone, dog? It could happen with money too, but at least there's a more physical, there's a more physical aspect to it. You got to come and physically take that shit from me, But with that shit, man, they'll be robbing you from another country.
There was a guy from the Seahawks he requested to get half of his $13 million contract paid in Bitcoin. That's how he wants to get paid.
Really? He's going to make money off of that shit.
Definitely. I bought a bunch of Bitcoin when it was, not a bunch, but like pieces of Bitcoins when it was at like 20,000 a coin, and now it's up to 60,000.
Yeah. So, I still don't get it.
Yeah.
I still don't get it. You want to talk about worth, right? Like last episode, we talked about fucking money, the worth of money, what's backing it, and all that, and
right.
And what makes it valuable. What the fuck makes that valuable? Now, I'm sure in some way that I'm illiterate to that shit, so I'm sure in some way there has to be something backing it. But what? I don't get the whole thing. I'm not even gonna get deep into Bitcoin. I don't get it. You
want me to give you a quick rundown or no?
No.
All right,
because everybody has given me rundowns, man. My man Tristan is giving me rundowns. He knows about that shit.
Yeah.
My boy Mark. Shout out to Tristan and Mark. Pew pew. I just don't get it. Because like I said, that's the thing. I look at things and go, who puts that value? Why is that worth anything to anybody? And who's the one who says it is? I want to meet this man. I want to meet this man that puts value on things, See how much I can get, for my balls. Maybe my right want to drop again when he has money coming at him because he has value. Just because he has a little value. But yeah, man. So now they're coming with that fucking swiping shit. Now you got to swipe. That's the next move. The mark of the beast, baby. It's been spoken about for years and years and years, and people are like, people are bugging out, and it's all just unfolding. That's why it says study to show thyself approved. A lot of people could think I'm talking shit because, there's an ignorance intertwined, and my memory ain't as deep, but it's in there, So pay attention, Don't take my word for shit. Fucking do the research yourself and see how things are unfolding, man. That's something that's scary. Motherfuckers are worried about this fucking coronavirus bullshit. I'm not saying people didn't die or whatever, but it definitely wasn't what they made it to be. Locking down a whole fucking world. Like you couldn't even go nowhere. Every place was locked down. That's some amazing shit. That's some serious power. I don't know if I even want to talk about it. You know, I don't even like to talk about Roscoe and he dead. And I'm over here talking about alive motherfuckers who make shit happen. It's incredible.
Yeah, I never thought that they would lock it down like that. I heard somebody on a podcast this morning was talking about how his building, he lives in Brooklyn, and in his building every day there's like one truck that just comes to his place with deliveries from Amazon. And that's all that's in the whole truck is deliveries for the building. And now there's people who will go around and they'll, stake out the truck and wait for the truck to leave. And as soon as the truck leaves, they go in, grab all the boxes, and then dip.
Grab all those little shiesty motherfuckers. That's some foul shit right there, man. Snatching somebody's mail, some foul fucking shit. Fucking cocksuckers. Taking your mail, you waiting for some shit. Doesn't come. Now you got to deal with that.
Mm-hmm. It's an easy target, though. I mean, if there's nobody there. If it's. I
know. You're just like, all the easy targets. You would never guess how grimy this motherfucker used to be, man, because he's like so clean cut now. It's one of the things that, I don't know, you healed very well.
Thanks,
I mean, how old are you, dog?
I'm 29.
29?
Yeah.
And when did you start fucking like getting high?
Seriously, probably 18 to 26. So I had a good, whatever that is, 8-year, like kind of
had a good
tear.
Run.
Yeah, I had a nice solid 8-year tear.
Yeah.
But, there was periods of time where I like got my shit together for a couple months here and there. When I was like 20 and 21, I would bounce back really fast. But when I got clean again at 26, it was not. Yeah, it was not that quick. It took like,
I've been
2
doing
years.
a nice, slow and steady drug run. You know what I'm saying, man?
Smart. Slow
and steady, man. But that's what it is, man. I don't do drugs to escape from anything, man. I do drugs to enhance it. So I make drugs look fun. I don't care. Fuck it. We all gotta go some way, man.
Yeah, I went.
I said I got my son here. We just smoked a big fatty outside. It was dope. It was dope. We're getting closer together all the time, man. That's the things, man. Like, people be bugging out. I remember someone said to me one time, yo, you used to smoke weed around your kids? And I said, nah, I went into the glass house to do that shit. And then you came back high. I'm like, how the fuck did you think I worked on all those puzzles and played fucking, you know what I'm saying? That's what got me in the mood to chill with kids.
Yeah.
You got to get in that motherfucking mood, It's funny, too, because my son told me one time that the first time he ever smoked weed and he smelt it, then he was like, "Oh shit," right? Something like that. Like that. Like, you were like, "Oh shit." Now I know what dad was doing. Yeah. I remember he ran into my boy. My boy came to see me. He said, "Yo, I just saw your son." I said, "Yeah, well, he's good." He said, "Yeah, he's good. He's chilling, but I'm pretty sure that motherfucker was high." It was bound to happen, man. I wasn't about to approach him on some dumb shit because it's like, I'm not gonna be like that commercial. You see that commercial with the father when he finds all the weed paraphernalia underneath his son's bed, and he's like, "Well, where did you learn this?" And the son's like, "I learned it from watching you, Dad." So I'm not gonna be that dude. I know where the fuck he learned it. Fuck it. There are worse things he can do. But yeah, man. You looking to have any kids? You and your lady, you just got married. You looking to have some kids?
I don't know, man.
Then don't do it. Don't do it, man. What do you want to do it for? You feel like going back to school? You feel like doing grade school and Sesame Street all over again?
The thing that gets me is the money and the time. Like we don't have enough time to do the shit that I want to do, and then just add in and I see some of my friends who have kids and they're just like they're losing.
Oh no, that's it, man.
It's over.
It. That's why when I did get divorced, that's why I had to learn to live in society again. I was away.
Yeah.
Locked down in family. It's like a lockdown in a sense because all I knew was doing what the family does. So then you come out of that, you're institutionalized, dog. I was institutionalized. I had to learn to live back in society. And it was a scary thing, man. I was like 41 or some shit like that. It was scary. I didn't live on my own till I was 41. There was always someone living with me. I went from living with my moms and my brother and my pops to living with my brother, my ex-wife, my mom's, then living with my mom's. I was always with somebody, you know. Took a while, but then once you learn to get alone, man, once you learn to be alone, it's hard to go back to living with anybody else. It's hard. I like being alone, you know. Like walking around, letting my dick swing. Nobody, you know, shitting with the door open, you know. Telling you, man. My son told me today, what you say I was like? I was like a fucking college.
I'm a college student. Man.
You sound like a college student. He said, you fucking hang out, get high with me and my boys. He said, you're always naked.
Always has Red Bull and Adderall.
Yeah, man. I don't fuck with Red Bull. I do fuck with Adderall. Where was Adderall when I was coming up, man? I got, like, if I would have had Adderall, dude, I would have been great in school.
I mean, they had meth when you were growing up, didn't they?
Meth wasn't really big when I was growing up. Nah, man. Like, everything they did, like, they had weed. I did weed. They had coke and shit. I wasn't doing no coke. Go to school. You know, what kids in school right before class? You know, who's doing that in fucking 7th and 8th grade? You know, nah, we smoked weed, but I go to school all stoned out. You know? Teacher be Mr. Garcia, you paying attention? Yeah, I'm paying attention. I don't know what the fuck he's saying, but I'm paying attention. A lot of shitty teachers. That's the problem too. You know? I don't think it was the weed. I think it was the fact that even high, they couldn't get my attention. That's a shitty fucking teacher. Would anyone agree with that? Like, that's a shitty teacher. Because the fact of the matter is that I know some shit now. I'm so down to learn things, you know? Like we were talking about last week, I watched nothing but documentaries and shit. I'm constantly, like just now I was looking at mad shit. And it's like, so it's not that I don't like to learn. So why did I do good in school? It's because I had bad teachers who told me I was a bad student. You know what I'm saying? Go fuck yourself. I'm a bad student. My job ain't to be a good student. Your job is to be a good teacher. You know what I'm saying? And I was down to learn. And that's the thing, man. You always remember the teachers who touched you. Like, I don't remember half of my teachers, but I remember Mr. Leone. First teacher who ever made me care about science. You know, I don't know much about science, but he made me care about it for that year. You know, I remember fucking, who was another teacher that I really fucking like? Mr. Prego. That dude was the first teacher to get me into like social studies and shit like that. You know, a good teacher captures your attention. It's not the listener's job to be entertained or enthralled in what you're saying. It's your job to get the listener to listen. Same shit with comedy. I get mad sometimes when I see a comedian telling jokes and it's not hitting. And they go to, what's wrong with you guys? Now, sometimes it's the crowd. Sometimes, you know, if you sitting there, say something funny, motherfucker, no one's going to say nothing funny, you know? But it's your job to say something interesting. You get mad, people are talking. Sometimes people are being rude. We see it all the time. They just stay talking through the whole shit. But say something to make them shut up. Get their attention. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's got a job to do. Do your job. Your job is to say something interesting so they shut up and find what you're saying. Interesting, funny. You know what I'm saying? And everything. Shut up and do your fucking job. If you took that job, do it right. You know, stop making it pretending like it's other people. It's usually not. Yeah, sometimes it is. There's a lot of assholes out there. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of assholes out there. But I would like to believe that we outnumber them, right? I say we like I'm somebody special.
I had a couple good teachers, but one in particular who was awesome. He was the one who taught me, like, kind of gave me the foundation for all this video stuff back when I was like, 14 or 15. But he, he started. I've talked about it before on podcasts. He started me out like at the basics of the equipment, like wrapping the cords and like doing all that sort of shit, and then slowly built me up. So when I got to the point where I could handle doing it all, like I knew what the fuck I was doing. Because people would want to.
I never had a good math teacher.
I don't think I did either.
No, because I didn't even understand fractions or like weight or anything until I hustled drugs. It's the truth. Once I hustled drugs, then I knew what grams were. You know what I'm saying? I knew there was 7 1/4. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? 4 quarters in an ounce, you know, and then 16 ounces in a pound. I never understood that. Why did I pick that shit up so quickly when you threw fucking bricks of shit in front of me, but you couldn't get me to connect with that shit on any other level? I had to go and sell drugs to learn about that shit. See, I blame the teachers for half these drug dealers out there. You know, they're just trying to learn math. See, that's what I'm saying. It's my ignorance that makes me adorable. But I'm just saying, like, I really didn't connect with math until I did that shit. You got to find a way. And once I did, it was like, boom. Then I understood shit. You know, then I was able to calculate shit much quicker. Mm-hmm. I guess I had to learn hands-on. You know? And then all my life, teachers were trying to shut me up. I'm too talkative. I'm too this. I'm too that. Well, look what I am now. I'm a motherfucking comedian. I talk for a fucking living. And they was always trying to shut me up. That's why I get real touchy when someone hushes me or shushes me. How do you deal with shit like that? You good with that? Like if you talking and like someone walks in, shh, calls you out?
Yeah, no. It rarely ever happens though. I'm rarely in a position where that would happen.
I'm bad with it, man. I'd even be at work sometimes. And like they be starting a meeting, yo. And I don't know what it is. Something about, I don't know what it is, but like my voice draws the attention, I guess. Because everyone be talking and I be sitting there waiting for this fucking stupid ass meeting to start. Right? Because I hate fucking meetings.
They're the worst. Yeah, I'll echo that. They're the worst.
Fucking meetings. Right? So I'm sitting there waiting, everybody's talking. And the boss will come up and be like, all right, can we get this started? And like 2 people still be talking. I'll be like, yo, she's trying to start. And they'll be like, Gary, could you please keep it quiet over there? I remember one time my boss said that to me. I said, yo, not for nothing. I wasn't saying anything. I told them to be quiet because you said you wanted to start, right? Right. All right, so fucking start. Don't tell me to shut up. What the fuck is wrong with you? That's why I love comedy. No one could tell me shut up. You know? That's why I love it. When I'm on that stage, no one could tell me nothing. And it's an amazing feeling.
Did you ever think you were going to get into comedy? Like at any point in your life? Really?
It was my fallback. You know, I always looked at it as my fallback. When I got into music, I said, you know, I did music, I did designing, I was a family man, you know, and I said, if none of that works out, I'll do comedy. Well, that's the thing. Success comes from failure.
Well,
you know, I have more failure in my life than successes, but the successes are much larger than the failures. You know, like my marriage was, people would say it was a failure. I think it was pretty successful. What they say is a failure, but the success of that marriage is that handsome gentleman behind you, my daughter. You know, I make some good looking kids, man. You know. He was just saying, I said, he got his father's looks and his mother's hair. He's going to do fine. You know, until he loses it. Dude, it's going to happen, man. You're a Garcia, man. You're going to lose your fucking hair. It's a good thing you got a nice round head. It's a little Casper-y, but it's got a little Casper feel to it. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's nice though. I got a bulbous head myself, man. That's why some people think... like, I think people always automatically, like, they think I'm more intelligent than I am because of my bulbous head. I think subconsciously, they see the shape of the bulb and they always think I have an idea. You know, like, I honestly believe that. They feel like, oh, that dude always has ideas. Nah, I just got a bulbous shaped head. You know, it's not that big. I mean, I'm only on the first button. You know, it's not that big. But it's round, no scars, you know. You complain about that shit. Dude, let me tell you something. When you have a chick rub the top of your head, right? This is a feeling no dude with hair is ever going to understand, man. You ain't going to understand that shit. There's so many nerves endings and shit, man. When you get a chick to like just kiss the top of your head and fucking woo, like that, psh, fuck that, man. It make you want to shave your whole body. It make you want to shave your whole fucking body. You don't want a hair on you. You want all those nerve endings sensitive. I actually did that shit when we got locked down. When you got bored in lockdown, what did you do?
Dude, I was working the whole time. I was at
the white people were living good.
Yeah.
You hear this shit?
I was landscaping.
Oh shit.
So
Yeah, the landscapers didn't stop, man.
Nah, yeah, I was going the whole time.
Yeah, man. Apparently the pollen in the trees and shit keep you from fucking catching that shit.
Yeah, it does. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But in lockdown, I got bored. And I didn't want, like, my face to, like, fucking... Like, everybody was growing beards and looking like shit, you know? So, one day I was shaving, and I took an Adderall to clean the house. And then I started shaving. And as I started shaving... I was like, fuck it, let me do a little scaping. So I did some scaping. And then, like, I kind of was like, I might as well hit the stomach. Next thing I knew, I came out there looking like I went psycho. All I had was my eyebrows. My eyebrows and my mustache. That's all I had, dude. I shaved everything, boy. I came out cold like a motherfucker. You know, I just got bored. I was just hitting, like, little spots here and there. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then it was like, the more you did it, I just went all the way down, man. Next thing you know, I didn't even have fucking hair on the tips, on my toes, with knuckles, those knuckle hairs. I shaved all that shit. I was in it. You know, I was fucking like on that Adderall, like, and I didn't even nick myself once, dog. That's what I'm saying. Adderall, man, I'm pro Adderall, man. I mean, anything done too much is whatever. I mean, I do it so I can get into cleaning my house, you know, and I haven't done it I did it this morning to drive, but, you know, since then, I hadn't done it in a minute. So it's not like I'm sitting there popping them like fucking candy. Listen, stop worrying for me, all right? It's like I could hear my mother watching this shit.
You have trouble falling asleep after you take them, or you're pretty good at being able to shut down? I'm sure the weed helps.
Nah, I mean, I have problems sleeping anyway, man. But I sleep a lot better than I used to. You know, since I stopped drinking coffee, I'm not really dreaming about running all the time. Like, all my dreams was always me running or being chased or being late. Wake up in pools of fucking sweat. Have to get up, change my shirt, change the fucking pillowcase, and go back to sleep. Fucking night terrors. You know?
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, man.
So after you stop drinking coffee, that kind of...
Now I'm not getting chased all the time. You know, they're a lot slower. The pace is slowed down.
Do you put any like deep thought into what kind of dreams you have, or you think it's just some random nonsense?
No, I've tried to lucid dream. My son be doing that shit. I tried to do it, but every time I try, I always just wake myself up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm never able to just find that medium where you're able to take control of the situation. You know, which is also why I never had a wet dream. Never had a wet dream. You ever had a wet dream?
Me? Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Brian, you ever had a wet dream, Brian? Yeah? I know my son probably busted all over those sheets because he's a lucid dreamer, so I know he's probably had it with whoever he wanted to have it with. You know what I'm saying? But me, man, every time I'm about to hook up, I wake up. And it's fucked up because I wake up, be like, fuck, I was just about to get busy. Why'd I wake up? I like just fucking took myself out of a fucking free fucking nut. And I'll try to go back to sleep to pick up where I left off, and it never happens. But let me have a bad dream. I wake up, I'll be like, yo, fuck that. Get up, drink some water, take a couple hits of a blunt, pee real quick, you know, get back in bed, close my eyes, right where we left off. Right where I fucking left off. My bad dreams will wait for me. You know what I'm saying? I can't get laid in the dream. But I can get like fucking chased all over the fucking place. You know? I could be threatened all the time and have these fucking... It picks up right where it left off. And I could do that all night.
Yeah,
you ever have a fucking dream that just haunts you through the whole fucking night?
Yeah.
The whole night? Wake up angry? You ever do that shit? That's some fucked up dream about somebody or some crazy shit, and then you wake up all angry, and now you're dissing that person when you see them because of the shit they did in their dream? It's fucked up. It happens to me a lot because I told you people never have good dreams about me. So people wake up constantly mad at me.
You ever have that happen with like a girl or something? You like did something wrong and then...
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course, man. You know, my boys don't give a fuck. They're not going to dream about me and be upset at me unless they've dreamt I stole money or some shit like that or, you know, some crazy shit. But yeah, you never did some shit like that? You never been sleeping next to your lady, have a dream that she fucking somebody else and then you wake up next to her? And like, you know it's a dream, but you're looking at it like, you ratchet bitch. Cheating on me in my own fucking dreams. You know? It's crazy. You ever murder somebody in your dreams?
No, haven't gotten that far yet.
Haven't gotten that far. Yeah, I've never done it in my dreams when I'm sleeping. But a man can dream. You know what I'm saying? People tell me I got an evil laugh. I don't know, man. Were you there last night?
At the show? No, I wasn't,
there
I
was
wasn't
this
there. I'll be there
one
tonight.
chick who was laughing at every fucking thing. Like full-blown laughing. To the point where I almost wondered if it was real, right? Like you kind of wondered, was that shit? Like was she fucking with us? Does she just sit in comedy clubs and just laugh at everything? I mean, I was funny as the motherfucker, so I know she wasn't lying with me. Now everybody did great last night, man. Big up to everybody on last night's show too, man. Matt hosting the shit out that show, Buddha, and Brian, man. Brian is doing some things. He's starting to get a little tighter, growing into his own. I watch these things, man. You know, for me, it's all about the show. It's all about the quality of what you're putting out there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it was good. I fucking liked it, man. Did you check out the Grammys? Did you check it out?
Nah, yeah, I don't
Do
really
you watch award shows?
No, I think they're stupid.
You don't like to see rich people giving themselves pats on the back?
No.
Nah.
No, I think I think they're the stupidest thing in the world. I really I understand like championship trophies like in a sporting event or something like that. Like that is okay, but they're like, oh my God, he's the best director. You're so
He's the best sound artist or whatever. You know, best clothing.
Oh yeah, the
design.
Grammys are music, right? Yeah, that's music.
Oh yeah, Grammys is music. Yeah. I
Oscars.
never won a Grammy. You know, I once said when I was doing music, I said I don't want a Grammy if you can't understand me. And I guess they still don't understand me because I never got a Grammy. But I don't want that shit. Who gives a fuck about that shit, man? I guess they do. And I guess it brings some sort of clout, I guess. I don't know. I don't want to watch it. I can understand all y'all getting together to do that shit, you know, but I don't want to watch it. Why you taking up 3 hours of programming on my television? But I haven't even watched that much television, actually. Trying to stay away. I told you, man. Too much TV rots the brain, man.
Mm-hmm.
It does. But then again, you can't help it. You love the fucking TV. Let's keep it real, man. I love, you know, you gotta love TV, you know, but it's fucked up because the shit they're putting in our faces now, man, everything's gotta have an agenda. You know, that's what kills me. I can't even watch cartoons without seeing a dick in every fucking cartoon. You know, like every cartoon's gonna show a dangling dick now. It's like part of an agenda of like, I don't even know what it is. Dicks in your face? Is it a gay agenda? I don't know. Is it that they think if they constantly show dicks to dudes, automatically they're gonna want one eventually? They have one. You know? Is that what it is?
What cartoon are you talking about?
Oh man, Family Guy showed dick. Loudmouth has showed dick. Me and my son was Big Mouth. Fucking
Paradise PD.
Yep. And what was that other shit? Robots, Sex and Love.
Oh yeah.
Whatever that shit was on Netflix.
I think I've seen that. Yeah.
Yeah. Every single other episode had a dangling dick. One drawn more detailed than the next. Am I bugging? Like the first one was just like a little dangling. The next thing you know, the bell head's there. You're seeing veins and shit. You're like, damn, these motherfuckers got some detail to that dick. And it's not like I'm afraid of dick, but why are you cramming dick down my throat? You know, and it's not even like it's a good dick to titty ratio. Because back in the day, all you got was tits. Yeah. When I grew up, you only got, tits. That's what you saw. Tits and ass. That's what you saw. You know, as far as like in rated R type movies or whatever.
Right.
That's all you fucking saw. Tits and ass. You know, and I get it. Some women wanted some dicks thrown into the mix. So throw some dicks in the mix. But now you're seeing a different ratio of dicks to titties, man. You like seeing movies where they'll show a dick twice and you ain't seen one tit. Not even one fucking tit. Not that I need to see tits. They're just not as... See, that's the thing, ladies. You showed so much. It's not that I still don't like tits, but you showed so much of it that I'm desensitized to your tits. I remember back when I was growing up, dude, if you saw a woman's bra strap, you'd be like, oh, shit. Oh, shit. Forget about if you saw the lace. Forget about that. You saw that fucking lace. Ooh, man. You be like, oh shit, tap your boy. Yo, you can see your bra. Rock RT, get some rock tit. Get them hard nipples popping through the shirt. You be like, oh my God. You know, now, who gives a fuck? You do? Yeah, I mean, I get it, man, but there's just so overabundance of, I don't know, it's the same thing with twerking. It's lost its luster. They should have kept that shit in the fucking strip clubs. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, for like lap dances and shit, that's what it was. Then they bought that shit out, and then TikTok came, and everybody's fucking twerking. Like, you just ruined it. There was a time you were able to tell, you know, like a freak because she twerked. You know, like if she twerked, that's a fucking freak right there. Nowadays, you got teachers twerking. Well, teachers are freaks. That's the wrong example. Teachers are fucking freaks. But I'm just saying, like, you have like, you know, chicks that aren't crazy in bed, popping their ass like this, and then you go and they're like, ooh, I'm not crazy in bed. Then why are you wearing the uniform, popping your ass like that, man? You know? And what do you do to a twerk to dance back? You know how hard it is to dance back to a twerk?
You can't. You just got to stand there. That's it. It's the only.
Stand, right? What are you gonna do? Like, what do? You know, the only ones who really tried are like what, the Jamaican dudes who like just be like bang, they just be jumping off cars and buildings. Is that the Jamaicans? Is that I don't want Jamaicans to be like bumble clap. That ain't. I don't know. I think it's them though, right? The Jamaicans or some sort of Africans. You know the dancing. Stop fucking fronting like I don't know what I'm talking about. Look that shit up.
I'm going.
There you go. Put up one of those shit. What kind of dancing is that shit called, Sam? Do you know the technical term? What is it? Slam? I don't know what they call it, man. I would love to find out what they call that shit, man. Jamaican fucking dick slamming dancing. I don't know what it is, but they be fucking. I mean, don't get me. Yeah, there you go. What is it? Is it Jamaican? I don't know. I know it's some Caribbean type shit, but they be going all out. And I don't think that's the answer. That's the point I'm trying to make. Like, the point I'm trying to make is like what them dudes, you know. Yeah, the dude's jumping off for like.
Here it is. I got it up. I'm gonna throw it up now. I got to figure out a way I can get you to.
Yeah,
I can
so
show this to you.
Just put on her hair just for him to throw it up.
Yo, she's about to throw.
How did they get up there? Oh my gosh. Oh,
yeah, see?
Oh my god.
See,
this is like a WWE move.
Yo, and that's what I'm saying. And the point is, see, listen, the point I'm trying to make is that's not.
Did he go through the roof?
Yeah, gee.
Yo, I gotta get up and look, right?
Yeah, come over here, yeah.
We gotta hook this shit up.
Yeah.
People, we working with this shit. Let me take a look. Let me take a look at this bed. Oh my God.
He stood on top of a building too.
Oh damn.
Oh man.
Oh my God. See, and she wasn't even twerking. I don't know if she necessarily asked for that kind of a beating.
Some WWE.
She looked like she was going for it.
Oh wait. I think he's the one that's hurting.
No,
He went through the roof. Oh shit.
And she's still going.
And she's still going, man. She's still going.
She beating him with a belt now.
Yeah, see.
What is happening?
See, man, all I'm trying to say, all right, you can cut that, dog. All I'm trying to say is, fellas, that is not the answer. Like, that's not the answer to the twerk. And there is no, like, that's not right. That's not right. And they be doing that shit hardcore in clubs. It's crazy, man. So many videos of that shit, and that shit just can't. How do you not break shit?
They did.
Well, they broke the roof, but I mean like bones and shit. I guess they do, right? They gotta break bones every now and then doing that shit, man.
This is the absolute first time I'm seeing this. So
see that? I'm introducing you to cultural shit.
Thanks, man.
You're welcome, man. I'm teaching you things, dog.
I feel cultured now.
Anytime I could teach somebody something, I always feel a little bit.
I should get like a list going of all the things that I learned from you on the podcast. So far, it's been the first episode I learned that cats don't actually get high through their ears.
That's right.
The second episode I learned that there was baby foreskin inside makeup products. Yeah. And then now I learned about this Jamaican slam dancing.
And it wasn't on the show, but didn't I also teach you about dolphin rapes the other day?
Yes, you did. Yeah. There you go.
We did it back in the day, but yeah, he didn't know that dolphins be raping people, man. You know, and they don't care what you are, man. Women, I'm sure some dogs get thrown in the mix every now and then too, man. But yeah, everybody thinks dolphins are all cute, man. vicious little fucking talented creatures.
Have you ever heard the story? I believe it was in either Hawaii or like the Virgin Islands, where this they were doing this science experiment. And they took an apartment and submerged it with like 3 or 4 feet of water. And this woman was doing like experiments with this dolphin, and then her and the dolphin grew this like intimate relationship.
Yep. And she used to pop them off all the time.
Yes, exactly. Yep. Yeah,
Like my son looks shocked. Yeah. Is it a document? It's a documentary or something, right? What was that?
I don't know if I've seen the documentary, but the guy.
Yeah, I've seen that. Well, I didn't watch her pop them off, but I saw them talking to her. I'm not into that shit, man.
It was in the 60s and 70s when they were trying to figure out. It was during like the space race when they were trying to figure out if they did come in contact with aliens. They figured if they could learn how to speak to another mammal, that they would have a better chance of being able to talk to an alien. But the guy who like
just that thinking alone is insane. But yeah,
wild, right?
Yeah.
They the dude is the one who created those like isolation flotation chambers, and he used to like shoot up ketamine and stuff and like go inside these things. He was a nut. I mean, a lot of people think he was a really like good scientist, but
probably was, man. You know, they say there's a thin line between genius and insanity.
Yeah,
I like to say there's a thin line between insanity and laziness. Some people claiming to be insane and they're just lazy motherfuckers, you know. But yeah, man, I heard about that shit. They created a relationship for a while, right? And he used to get aggressive if she didn't pop him off. It's crazy. Now, from my understanding, they didn't have intercourse. She would just give him hand jobs.
Which
is fucked up for the dolphin because women can't give hand jobs. They suck at that shit. You know, I mean, don't get mad at me, ladies. You know, you don't have the equipment. You just, you know. Look, I'll handle that. I'll take care of it myself. Because women don't get really good hand jobs. I mean, I guess there's some out there that really get real, like, dirty and all over it. Then that's probably going to be a good hand job. But, you know, most women ain't like that. Unless you're like in porn. I don't know. What do I know? I don't know. Maybe there's more dirty whores out there than I think. And don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that, you know, if you're a dirty whore, that's a bad thing. The world needs dirty whores. More love, less hate. That's what I say. More love, less hate, man. And Mike's blowing up my shit. Hold on. Mike's going. I'm not gonna call.
I'm trying to find something concrete about this, like a good quote from this dolphin experiment.
From the dolphin experiment?
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely did hear about that though. That's insanity shit, man. You know, and people are crazy, dude. People out there fucking horses. You know. Now, don't tell me you never heard of that.
No, I definitely heard of that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I was gonna say, man. Don't tell me you never heard of that. I don't know. That's horses. Well, horses kill motherfuckers all the time, man. You remember that horse killed that dude? He's banging him out the back and killed that motherfucker. Like, of course. What did you think? What did you think was gonna happen, dog? You was fucking a horse. What in the world even makes you attempt that? What makes you attempt that? That's insane shit. There's some sick motherfuckers in this world, man. I mean, do you, man? I'm pretty sure no horses were harmed in the making of those movies. They all seem pretty happy. I just don't understand a person that fucking says to an animal, I want a fucking animal. You know, but people got those crazy fetishes. You know, you got those people that they like when their fucking loved one or whatever dresses up in furry costumes. I don't know what it's called. You're looking at me like I'm lying.
No. I just found something that I wanted to read, but I do know what you're talking about with the furry costumes. All right, so Peter's the name of the dolphin, right?
Peter,
yeah. So,
isn't that kind of appropriate? Peter, because isn't that also what they call a dick?
It is.
Peter?
Yes, they
Peter?
do. So it says here, the woman, she said, he would rub himself on my knee or my foot or my hand. And at first I would put him downstairs with the other girl dolphins. But it just seemed easier for me to
she got jealous.
relieve him with his constant arousals.
Yeah, she got jealous. She was putting him down there with the chicks, and then she got jealous and started handling it herself. Literally. Okay, bang, bang.
Yeah, this is the quote right here. Peter was right there, and he knew I was right there. So what do you want from me?
That's the quote? See what I'm saying, man? Like isn't that how it always happens? You were there, I was there, Peter was there, she was there, and what do you want from her?
Yeah, the scientist John Lilly was really big into LSD too, so I'm sure that had some part to play in this whole thing that was going down too.
Yeah, and I'm sure he was pretty big into fucking
bestiality,
which, by the way, they're changing to zoophilia now.
What is it? Is that like a sickness now of some kind?
Zoophilia. It's, once again, priming the pump. It's getting you ready to accept them next. Because the truth of the matter is everyone wants to be accepted for their sexual fucking deviances. Everyone. That's why they're trying to get away from pedo. They don't even want to call it pedophilia no more. Now it's something like, look it up. It's something, they're changing the name of it, man, to make it sound better. And I've said it before, like if you look at something like bestiality, that's a fucking aggressive word, dude. That sounds like you fucking up fucking dogs. But no, zoophilia.
Oh my God.
That's a place you want to visit.
This is ridiculous. So they're trying to call it a MAP, a minor attracted person.
He's a MAP. See what I'm saying?
This is also from the website.
I'm blowing your head.
Oh God.
I'm blowing your mind right now, dude. They're trying to make it that anything goes. Anything goes. Nothing is real. Dude, we are in the matrix. It doesn't matter what pill you want to take. The only pill you can take to stay out of this shit is a sleeping pill. Go to sleep. Wake me up when September ends. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that's the only, like, in today's day and age, man, ignorance is a choice. There's too much information out there for people to just blindly follow anything. Question everything, man. Mm-hmm. Don't listen to me. I'm not trying to start no fucking cult or nothing like that. At least not yet. Maybe one day down the line. That's my fallback plan.
If comedy doesn't work out.
Comedy doesn't work out, man. Maybe I'll start a cult. Get some followers, man. I got my fans. Some of my fans were a little on the side, man. I love y'all, and I'm not. You know who you are. Well, actually, you don't know who you are. But if you're pretty normal, then I'm not talking about you. But like I'm talking about like them stalkers. I fucking love you, Gary. And I'm not even on the show, and they're screaming that out in the front row. It's like insanity. It's fucking insanity. Some of these people are like, and they're always old too. Like they're older. It's like you too old to be bugging out like that over anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. What happened? I hate to see what they were like when the Beatles were fucking around, man. They were those people like, are you that type of person? You get very starstruck?
Me?
Yeah, are you like that?
Absolutely not at all.
Now, who are these people that go and pay money to a concert to get in the front row and then pass out? And then pass out right when the person comes on stage. Blah! And pass out, and then you wake up and the concert's over.
Yeah, I never been like that. I think the two most famous people I met was Roger Clemens. I was working down in DC, and he was on trial for like that steroid hearing back in like 2008. And then I met Chris Tucker down in DC too.
Oh, cool. Was he a cool dude?
Yeah, he was cool. I was like, hey man, how you doing? He's like, good.
What happened with that Clemens thing, man? Was he ever found like? And what would have happened anyway if they like, what was the whole thing? They want to know if they still bring steroids back to sports. If there was ever a time sports needed steroids or any kind of drug enhancing shit, go ahead.
I think
bring it back now, because sports is like fucking. I need something to bring me back to watching it, because they took away the crowd, and now I don't know if just bringing the crowd back is enough for me. Want me to watch boxing again? Let them motherfuckers take all kind. I want to see a dude punch a hole through another dude's head. As long as they're both in agreement that they can all do whatever they want to do, then isn't it a level playing field? Fuck, I give a fuck if your heart explodes as long as you hit 7,000 home runs in one season. Yeah, let's get them baseball scores up.
I think the NBA is now not testing for marijuana in people. I think the NFL is doing something like that too. But
is marijuana an enhancing drug? Does that actually make you shoot? Listen, if you If you smoke weed and score 48 points, you fucking a good basketball player.
I think
You are a good basketball player because weed does not make you get better in the sense of now I got more energy and
timing
and,
stuff like that. It's probably good on
dropping 48. Everyone should be happy that motherfucker smoking weed because if he wasn't smoking weed, he wouldn't need you. He would have dropped fucking 200 fucking points that night.
Yeah. It's probably more on the back end.
Forget about it. They give him Adderall. Give that motherfucker some Adderall, man. He'll play a whole game and won't even blink.
Yeah, it's probably more for when, like, on the recovery end of things, being able to bounce back quicker.
And why shouldn't they recover? Why shouldn't they be allowed to recover better? They're putting their bodies through crazy shit. You know, the best game of basketball I ever played, I was tripping on acid.
Really?
Yeah, it was the best game I ever played.
How much acid? Like a lot or just like a little bit?
No, it's probably back then. Shit, it's probably like 2 hits.
Yeah. Okay. So it's not like
it was a nice trip. I was seeing trails like Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
You know, like Enter the Dragon shit.
Yeah.
How everything was trails. I mean, cars were driving by and it was like a train.
Yeah.
That's what made it good. It was like I could see. It was like I was seeing the arc that it took to shoot, and I was just putting the ball on that arc. I mean, dude, it was the best game I ever played. I don't even think I missed a shot that day. I was throwing the ball up, going money, and then walking away, and it was just going right in.
Yeah. Yeah, I snowboard, and I'm not really that good, but I've done it before on mushrooms, and I'm way better. Like being able to like link up turns and shit like that.
On mushrooms?
Surprisingly better.
Yeah, I don't think
not a lot of mushrooms.
Snowboarding?
Yeah.
You trying to Sonny Bono your ass, son. You out there snowboarding on mushrooms? You see 3 fucking trees coming at you.
Nah, mushrooms
Do you know
aren't.
that the middle
they're
one
not
is
like that.
Trails, dog? You don't see trails? Well, it depends on how much mushrooms.
Yeah, so I probably ate maybe 1.5 grams. So I wasn't like tripping balls, but I was like tripping enough to where I was starting to get like a little bit of that.
Last time I tripped on mushrooms was when I was staying with Ray and what's his name? I'm so terrible with names. I'm not forgetting all these names.
Eric.
Yeah. Big up to Eric. Big up to Ray, man. Love y'all brothers. But we had these mushrooms, right? And I came home exhausted. I was already exhausted. And I was going up to the beanbag because at that time I was staying in the room and I slept in a fucking beanbag. And Ray's like, yo, G. So I'm like, yo, what's up? He's like, yo, you want to take some mushrooms? And I was like, nah, dude, I'm getting ready to go to bed. I'm exhausted. He goes, all right, we're still going to do them. I said, all right, I'll do it. I'm so easily swayed into shit, man. It's insane. So we took 1/8 each. Yo. Those were the strongest mushrooms. I think also because I did the DMT. Because I think ever since I've done the DMT, my mind is open a lot more to any other hallucinogens. Like it just gets a little deeper. Yeah. I couldn't even, like if I blinked, every time I blinked, it was just a flood of colors and it was like DMT land. It was insane. Insane. I had one of the best trips of my life until it was over and I couldn't sleep for nothing.
Yeah.
I couldn't get to sleep and I was exhausted. I was sitting there with tears. Like there was just tears coming down my face like this, just like filling up my ears. I wasn't even wiping them no more because there was just so many. And I was just laying there going, oh my God, why can't I go to sleep? Like I'm exhausted. I can't even barely move. Why can't I go to sleep? So then I decided, let me get downstairs. There was a clip downstairs. So I said, if I can make it downstairs, I'll just, smoke that clip and hopefully that'll help me to go to sleep. Because I had to be up in like 3 hours to go to the boardwalk and sell tickets. So now I'm against the wall walking down the steps and the wall's keeping me up. And I get downstairs and Ray's down there. And he's just pacing back and forth. And he's like, oh my God, you're up. And I say, yeah, I've been up. He says, oh my God, I'm so glad you came downstairs. This is the worst fucking trip of my life. This is the worst trip. He said, I don't know if I got to shit or throw up, but I can't do anything. And he goes, my stomach, and he's pacing back and forth. And he's like, I'm thinking of every bad thing I've ever done. I'm a piece of shit. I thought I was a good guy. And he's bugging out. And he's pacing back and forth. Then he goes I hear him go into the kitchen. And I'm sitting there trying to find a roach in this pile of fucking cigarettes. And you hear him in the kitchen. Fuck, I can't throw up. He just kept trying, dog. I was dying, man. I smoked that clip, went back upstairs, and then just stood up for the rest of the morning and then went and sold tickets. I was burnt that day, man. But see, that's the life of a rock star. Well, not a rock star with money. But what I mean is, if you're going to do that shit, then don't make excuses. What was I going to do? Sit there and go, I can't make it into work today because I was tripping all night? You know, what kind of an excuse is that? If you want to fucking play the game, then fucking get out there and do what you got to do. So what? You were tripping all fucking night. Should have got some sleep, motherfucker. Look at me. That's what I say to myself. That's what gets me out there. I'm a dude that when a person says they don't feel good or whatever and they can't do this or they can't do that, you got to know who you're talking to. Mm-hmm. You know, I went with a kidney stone stuck. And it was the size, I told you that shit, it was the size of like a crack rock.
Yeah.
I got it in the baggie right now. That shit, I could sell it to a crackhead for at least $20. I couldn't believe the shit came out of me. I could not believe that. That's a whole other story. But I knew I had that kidney stone. And right before, man, I fucking went, I did two shows, came home and then passed it.
Ugh. Oh, that sounds terrible.
It was.
I've never had one before, but
oh, never.
They sound awful.
Dude, I
twitched.
I produced those shits like I can get welfare for them. Like the government pays me money for them shits and shit. How many kidney stones you got? 3, $1,400 a piece for each kidney stone. Did you get your stimulus check?
Not yet.
I didn't even get the last one. The motherfuckers didn't give me no money. And like he still owes us money.
Yeah.
I didn't get that. What was it? 600?
600. Yeah, it was 14, or was it 12 or 14?
The first one was 12. The second one was, I think, 600.
6, and the next one's 14.
That's what they say. You know.
They should start going out. I know some people have gotten them already, but St. Patrick's Day is when they're supposed to
really start sending them out.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten shit. But we'll see what happens. I guess eventually, they got to give me my money, right? Bitch better have my money.
We're not.
Who do I got to smack? Or not? What am I going to do? Yeah, what am I going to do if they don't give me my money? What am I going to do? What are you going to do?
Nothing. Nothing you can do.
Nothing you can do.
Bastards.
Until I start my cult and we all start trading fucking Monopoly money. Then the joke's on them, motherfucker. But nah, give me a break. You can't even fucking, they'll stop that shit. They'll shut it down. Yeah. Anyway, man, we've been going for a minute, right?
Yeah, about over an hour.
Yeah, man. Guys, listen, I don't know if that was interesting because I usually don't know until I watch it back. But if you stayed this long, thank you for listening again, man. And check me out anytime at ACJokes, man. In Atlantic City, you can go to ACJokes.com. Check out when I'm on. If you want to see anything I'm doing, follow me on Gary G. Garcia Instagram. And there's a link there to all my shit in my bio. I want to thank my son for letting me come back early to do this, and Brian for coming out and hanging out, man. He's on the road now, people, beware. Brian, anything you want to say, anything you got to push, anything you want people to know?
No, we're good. You hit it all.
We're good? Rock and roll, man. I'm Gary G. Garcia, and this has been another episode of Rated G. Peace.